What's going on? My name is Daniel Augustin. This is Multi-Hyphen AF. Really quick, let's talk about the Florida Gators. I saw this post. DJ Lagway threw 9 games, 64.5%, 1,762 yards, 11 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Leads the country in interceptions. Okay, found his way to be top on the list somewhere, averaging 6.6 yards. Great DJ season so far. I would grade DJ Lagway as an F thus far. If you have a grade for him, put it in the comments below. I would say he's been an F. I could go D, but after the way he did in Kentucky, I would say he's an F. This post really inspired me to think more about who's coaching him. Who's coaching him? How is he going to be successful? Who are we going to find that's going to 10x what he can do? That's going to change those numbers around. 12 interceptions, you're leading the country in a stat, and it's the interceptions. With guys like Dallas Wilson, Trey Wilson, Vernell Brown, Sturdivant, you got 12 interceptions. Okay. So you're not seeing it, and when you are seeing it, you're seeing it too late. You're reacting later. Guys on this level are much faster than you, so you're processing slowly. We need a coach who can help him process quickly. We need a coach who can help him understand the pace of the game has changed, and you're not in high school anymore, buddy. It's time for you to pick things up and figure it out faster. You've had 2 seasons now in college. You didn't redshirt. We threw you in the fire. And, well, you're looking real crispy right now, bruh. You're looking real crispy, bruh. Season 2 ain't looking too good. It's overcooked. It's overhyped, bruh. But now we're coming up on season 3. What we gonna do, dog? What we gonna do, Gator Nation? What we gonna do? Oh, it hurts. It hurts to see such bad quarterback play. To be the home of bad quarterback play. That's crazy. That's crazy. What was once known as a fun and gun, and now we looking like dump and run, cut or run. I won't do all the wordplay. Let's watch this video real quick that I saw.
Yeah, ultimately I'm really appreciative of our fans for selling out the game and showing up. Awesome environment to start. You know, I felt like our players laid it on the line. I thought they fought and fought. Kept giving ourselves chances, but ultimately, poor coaching by me at the end of the day. Poor coaching by me to put us in a position to give up the fumble before half. Ultimately that should be a 7-0 game. And then, to cut it to 14 and have a chance right there and give up a fake punt, again, on me. I gotta be better there. And so, the players fought and fought and fought and gave us every chance in the world, and just poorly done by me.
Okay, I appreciate him saying poorly done by him, taking accountability. Sometimes coaches are smart though, and they use that as a tool. Take accountability. You look responsible. People know who to blame. Got it. Cool. Sometimes I need you to just get the win, coach. It's time to get the win, because that right there is a difference between a special program, the Alabamas, the LSUs. Alabama's who they are because they tend to get that win, dog. Saban was getting those wins. He was figuring that shit out. All them close games, he figured out how to win them. Kirby, you get in a close game with Kirby, you know you in trouble. You feel me? So why is this the coach that's supposed to change what Lagway is doing? Let's say Lagway stays. Why is this the one that's going to do it? You know what's interesting? This past week of college football, there are 4 coaches that everybody's been talking about for the potential head coach of the University of Florida. One of them won. One of them won their games. Lane Kiffin and the Ole Miss Rebels beat Citadel. Senseless. And Eli Drinkwitz lost to Texas A&M. Jedd Fisch in Washington lost to Wisconsin. And Jeff Brohm in Louisville lost to Cal and a freshman quarterback. Tell me again why they're supposed to be the head coach at the University of Florida. We're trying to figure out how to hire somebody who can win these motherfucking games. That game against Cal, I'm not saying Cal is trash because they not. They got some ballers over there. Sagapulitella, Salgapolitele, and De Jesus, they was giving Louisville problems that they wasn't ready for. Louisville also lost their running back, Isaac Brown. So Louisville's not who they was when they played Miami. Man down. Part of being a great coach in college football, if you ask me, is about depth. Do you have the depth? Do you have the horses to withstand this journey? Do you have the endurance to get through the season? You know what's crazy is we're at week 11 in college football, and you would think that's the end because it used to be around about this time we was coming up on the end. For the team that's going to play in the national championship, we're halfway through the season. I would be telling my team right now, if I'm a coach, I would be telling them, all right, guys, you made it halfway. I'm proud of you. We're at 9-0, and you made it halfway. Just to get everybody to understand, this is a marathon, my boy. If you're going to burn out, let me know now so I can start working in number 2 here in the depth chart so I can get you to finish off the season strong. Now, why is Eli Drinkwitz the guy who's supposed to change the Florida Gators football program when he can't figure out how to get these big wins right now in Missouri? That's what makes the difference. That's what Urban was doing. He was getting those wins. He was figuring out how to win that game. That big game that he had to have. Missouri has dropped all of their big games. All of their big games. Lost to Vanderbilt. Lost to Alabama. Lost to Texas A&M. Missouri ain't pull off none of them big games. I have been saying it the whole time that I knew they were a fraudulent team in the SEC because all their wins, they got wins against teams that aren't necessarily doing it that well in the SEC or just aren't doing that well in general. They beat Central Arkansas 61-6. They beat Kansas 42-31. They beat Louisiana, the Cajuns, Lafayette, I guess, 52-10. Then they beat South Carolina 29-20. Then they beat UMass 42-6. Why the fuck are you playing UMass, dog? Then they had Alabama. Your team ain't ready for Alabama. They lose 27-24. Then they just so happen to beat Auburn. Auburn struggling to win all them games, but that's another game that Missouri and Drinkwitz could absolutely lose. But he found a way to win it, so that's cute. But if you're going to win in the SEC, if you're going to be an SEC champion, if you're going to get to the fucking playoffs, you got to figure out how to beat Alabama. That's how you earn it. That's how you deserve it. You figure out how to win those games, but then they lose to Vanderbilt. Then they get blown out by Texas A&M. They get beat pretty well. Are they going to beat Mississippi State? Are they? I don't care about the quarterback being gone. Depth. UCLA shouldn't have just lost to Nebraska. Dylan Raiola's out. Depth. You got to figure out how to win with your backup sometimes, big dog. And if you can't do that, how do I know you're a good enough coach? After Mississippi State, Missouri got Oklahoma and Arkansas. Arkansas can give you some problems. You know Oklahoma finna get in that ass. Depth. Oklahoma, in my opinion, could have played a better game against Texas if they would have used their depth and played Hawkins instead of Mateer. Mateer played in that game, played poorly because he wasn't healthy, and then lost his confidence. So they put their team in harm's way by not utilizing their depth. That's a hard word to say. Depth. So again, I ask you, why is this man the right coach for the University of Florida? Please tell me. You're not winning the games you're supposed to win. Lane Kiffin is still, Lane Kiffin is his secret sauce right now is that he's in great position to get to the playoffs. Even if they lose to, say, the Gators or Mississippi State here coming down the pike. It won't look good, though. It won't look good. There are too many teams that are hungry and that are going to be playing good ball at this time, so they can't afford it. But Lane Kiffin's in a better position than, say, the Missouri because they've won more of their games against other important teams. But don't you find it interesting? Tell me in the comments, man. Don't you find that interesting? The 4 guys that everybody wants, one of them plays against Citadel, and has a walk in the park, and the other 3 guys lose very important games that put their team's opportunity to get a conference championship in jeopardy. Louisville might not make it to the conference championship no more. They were in pole position. They might not make it no more because of that loss, because of the fact that Jeff Brohm couldn't get those boys to the promised land. I think Jeff Brohm goes to Penn State, you ask me. You're not cutting it here in the SEC. The 2 top teams in the SEC don't got no SEC losses right now. And now you got Georgia knocking at the door and Texas knocking at the door. And one more team with only 1 loss, off the top of my head, Ole Miss, knocking at the door. Where is there space for Jeff Brohm in the SEC? Guys, that's it from me on this topic. Tell me your thoughts below, man. Tell me why I'm wrong. And please, what's your grade for DJ Lagway? I can't believe we just lost to Kentucky like that. That was some of the worst shit I've ever seen.